Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's DLloyd. So another slow news day. Not a lot of news going out right now. If anything happens, I'll make a video. I'll talk about it. But as of right now, really nothing has happened. So I just want to talk about the Lakers a little bit and kind of give you guys my opinions on LeBron James and how this new look Lakers team actually looks. If you don't know, I try to stay as unbiased as possible. Deep down, I'm from San Diego. I grew up in LA. I'm a Lakers fan. If you did not know that, now you know. That is my favorite team. Of course, I just try to stay as unbiased as possible when I talk about it, so I don't really say it in a lot of my videos. But we're going to talk about the Lakers games. I tweeted a little bit about it, but not too much last night. If you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. There's going to be a lot of stuff going down there. It's DLloydTV, DLloydTV. You can follow me on Twitter. For the podcast, some of you guys asked about the podcast. It is the DLloyd NBA podcast. What I did over the summer was just recorded. I did sign with the company called CLNS Media. We're in the process of getting everything on iTunes, getting everything on Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher. It will be across whatever distribution platform of choice is for you. That podcast will be there now. So theoretically, I am recording episodes for it right now. Hopefully, by the end of the week, next week, it should become available. Once it gets approved by all of those different distribution platforms, then that's when I will definitely start promoting it more. And you'll start seeing clips on our YouTube channel, their YouTube channel. A lot of stuff will be going on there. I'll also let you guys know on Twitter. So make sure you do follow me on Twitter. But the Lakers, they had another game against the Nuggets yesterday. The second time they played against Denver, played them on Sunday. Played them again last night, which was Tuesday. They ended up losing 113 to 111. But a couple of key takeaways from that game. To me, the Lakers look very, very, very good. Defensively, they have some, kinks they need to iron out. I did tweet that the continuity is there. The communication is there in terms of it's way better than what we seen Sunday. This Lakers thing will take time. It's not going to be right away. But I do think ultimately they will get everything together. I think the Lakers will be one of the best teams in the Western Conference, even with the current roster. I'm not talking about adding a star next year. Talking about right now, I do think the Lakers will be a solid team. I'll say top 5, maybe at the worst top 6 team in the Western Conference. You know how strong that Western Conference is. I still don't put them ahead of Golden State. No, I don't put them ahead of Houston. I think those two clearly are the top, but the Lakers are in that conversation. When you start talking about OKC, they are in that conversation. When you even talk about Utah, Denver, I think Denver is an upper echelon team in that Western Conference. I think they're going to get a lot better than they were last year. And last year, they were literally one game away from making the playoffs. I think Denver now is better than the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think if they lose Jimmy Butler, I don't see them getting a lot back. And I think now the Timberwolves are on the outside looking in when it comes to making the playoffs. The Nuggets are definitely a team to watch. But one thing that you clearly see with the Lakers is this offense is going to be fun to watch. It's going to be extremely dynamic. I'm not a huge fan of the small lineup where Kyle Kuzma is the center, LeBron James is that power forward. They can't rebound with that lineup. But against certain teams and for small stretches, that lineup will work. When you're playing Golden State, when you're playing Houston, and they go small ball, you have a small ball lineup that can match up with the best of them. When you're playing bigger teams and they have a better front court, more established front court, you can only do that in small doses. I think it's fine. More than 5-6 minutes at a time, you're pushing it because they're not a strong rebounding team. They have to double a lot down low. I don't really like that lineup long term, but I do like it. One move they did make last night, they inserted Josh Hart into the starting lineup over Caldwell Pope, and I think that was a great move. Josh Hart, I think, is a better player than Caldwell Pope is. Caldwell Pope, yes, technically more experience, could play a little bit better defense. Josh Hart, I think, is a more consistent shooter, and Caldwell Pope has been struggling in both games so far, has not shot the ball well at all. I like that move. LeBron James, he was plus 13 yesterday. He was plus 1 on Sunday, even though they lost that game. LeBron James, while on the court, does everything you expect. He makes everybody around him better, mainly Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is way better with LeBron James on the court than off the court. And if you know me, I'm not extremely high on Brandon Ingram. I think he's a solid player. I don't think he's the next up-and-coming superstar. I don't think he has that type of talent. I think he's a good player who could start on almost every team, maybe sometimes flirt with making the All-Star game, but I think that's Brandon Ingram's ceiling. I like Kyle Kuzma more than I like Brandon Ingram, but with LeBron on the court, Brandon Ingram, he plays very, very good. Now, he did struggle a little bit yesterday, put up 4 points, just really didn't shoot the ball a lot. Only 5 attempts that game, kind of passive at times. But LeBron James, Rondo, those guys, they're going to be great for the Lakers. It is going to be interesting to see what they do once, of course, Lonzo Ball plays. He is clear to practice. He is practicing with the team. We don't know right now if Lonzo will play in the preseason or if they're going to hold him off until the regular season. But for right now, Rondo has been looking very, very good in the first 2 preseason games. It's only preseason, so you don't want to get carried away. But Rondo's been looking great out there. Everybody could bring the ball up the court except for JaVale McGee, of course. That helps the Lakers play extremely fast-paced, which is why I say they're fun to watch. JaVale McGee, this guy is going to benefit the most, I think, out of these lineups. I think this will be by far JaVale McGee's best season. He led the team in points Sunday. He had 15, which led the team in points again yesterday. JaVale McGee, he's going to get a lot of looks at the rim. He's going to be right at the rim. Rondo's going to give it to him, perfect pass. LeBron, nice little perfect passes. They're going to be throwing them lobs. I think JaVale McGee is going to have a somewhat of a breakout season. I think he will average for sure a double-double this year. He's going to have a lot of great games. He even contributed 5 blocks last night in 19 minutes. So overall, I'm excited for this Lakers team. Defensively, a lot of breakdowns. They switch a lot. So you expect that for a team that switches as much as LA is going to switch, and what they've been doing the first 2 games. Communication is going to be key. They're lacking that at times. Last night, way better than Sunday. Sunday, a lot more breakdowns. Last night, they had some breakdowns. They were fortunate enough that the Nuggets just missed a lot of open shots. They got a lot of good looks that did not go down. You can't expect that every single night. But the Lakers, I think defensively, it's going to be their Achilles heel. If they could figure this thing out and they don't look like they're just scrambling, which they look like a lot in Sunday's game, look like they're scrambling and playing a pickup game, I think the Lakers defensively will be fine. I think this team, like I keep saying, going to be a team that's going to cause some problems in the playoffs. I wouldn't go as far as saying they're going to make the Western Conference Finals, but I think they're a team that, depending on the matchup, could get out of the first round in the playoffs. And it's exciting. You know, Lakers fans haven't had this amount of excitement in a while, so it is fun to watch. I've been watching I watch a lot of games, but I've been watching all the games for sure and plan on doing so all season. Just want to give you guys kind of my quick thoughts on LeBron, quick thoughts on the Lakers, how they've looked so far. Kyle Kuzma has improved in many ways this offseason. Last year, he was just primarily a scorer. This year, you see him distributing the ball a lot more. It's not going to show up in the box score because he does what I call hockey assists. He passes to somebody else who passes, who then gets the assist. But on the court, he's a little bit more of a playmaker. He still turns the ball over at times, but he is a lot more improved defensively. You see him working, trying to guard centers. The way he was trying to guard Jokic last night, you could tell he's still undersized compared to other centers, of course. But the effort's there. He's been playing very well. Michael Beasley struggled. Lance Stevenson, he's a guy who is going to have spurts where you love him. He's going to have spurts where you hate him. He mostly makes a difference in the playoffs. I still can't wait to see what Mo Wagner does when he plays. He has not played yet. They've been going with Zubac as kind of technically the third-string center because they've been putting Kuzma in before they put in Zubac. Zubac had a good game. I just don't think he's really going to fit in with this current roster. So I'm not a huge fan of Zubac now. I liked him a few years ago. I don't think he really lived up to what I thought he could do. But I am interested to see what Mo Wagner could do when he gets the opportunity. We're still waiting on Lonzo Ball. Svi Mykhailiuk struggled shooting, but I've seen what he has done and what he can do. So I'm excited for him to be able to spread out the floor. Caldwell Pope looked pretty bad to me in 2 games, being honest. We're regretting the money. I'm regretting the money that the Lakers gave him, but we'll see what happens there. But I just want to give you guys my thoughts. It's a little longer than I expected on the Lakers since there's really nothing else to talk about at this point. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the Lakers in their 2 games so far. Yes, they're 0-2. They mostly lost last night when the bench came in the game in the fourth quarter. But you guys let me know, how do you guys think the Lakers will fare this season now that you've seen them for 2 games? You've seen LeBron James play a total of 30 minutes, 15 minutes in each game. Let me know, where do you have them in the pecking order in the Western Conference? Do you think they'll get things together? Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.